see it go shine, go shine. Let me see it, let me see it go shine, go shine. Let me see it go shine, go shine. Let me see it, let me see it go shine, go shine. Let me see it go shine, go shine. Let me see it, let me see it go shine, go shine. Let me see it go shine, go shine. Let me see it, let me see it go shine.
Oh yeah, EJ. EJ 1045. I don't know if EJ good for Asian or not. I ain't ever looked at it. Well, it would be, but I ain't looked in detail like I'm about to. That would have been a good one. EJ, that's for Asian. So I'm gonna go through what's good for Asian, cause yeah, I be trading Asian now because of these pairs. That would have did 20 pips. And I gotta decide. EJ though, I should be able to do 30 still. Sometimes 20. Sometimes I will do 20. Yeah, the 20 would have had me safe. It gave out 20% profit. It wouldn't have hit no stocks. This right here looked good, but it didn't do what it was supposed to give. That's the automatic sell. Looking at today, today should be selling. Yesterday came up to the high. All at 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts at the high and didn't break it. That's this make yeah, that's automatic selling. I am in the selling EJ. Been in that since the beginning of the call. Trying to think if I could show why. Really just water across the mail here. It was up here somewhere. I can just see the reversal. 3 o'clock that sale came in. Yeah, I got into the sale. This right here is just obvious. If this did this like this and today selling, then I can guarantee you these days it's gonna be buying or before this. I mean it hit the blueberry. 8:30 at night. That's perfect. Evening, Asian session trade. Hit that blueberry. Second leg right here. It came out the Bollinger Bands, came inside, came back down, second leg right here, went back up. I mean, shit, by the time it did that, I'd have been in there. Off the out, when I see what I need to see off the blueberry, I don't care about the water in the middle. They can become TPs. They're not gonna make me hesitate to trade. And this is enough space in between. Now, yeah, I did 30 on the next candle. It went up to 30. Could have got 20 easy out of that. That's something that I would have took, and I'd have took my partial and just left it alone. And came and did my favorite entry that I'm always talking about. Cross over the water, came back to it for the first time. Could have did a buy right there. It gave off the signal again because that was basically cross back down, cross back up. All of this is good. Let me see what it is. That's the morning time by then. Even looking at it, London session would have still been good. This happened about 5, where it bounced off the water and kept going up. All of that's good. This right here, as soon as the market open, that buy good. That was London session. That would have been good. All them entries was good. That those were good for 2 days. 1, 2. Let me measure this one. This might be in the last day. And that's the entry of that candle. So nah, it didn't give up. Let me see. I didn't even do 20. I did 20, but it didn't do the 30. And then also your method with forest pairs. You up 20 pips. You going for 30, put your stop loss at break even at that point. If you don't get all the pips, at least you didn't lose it. 3 o'clock a.m. off the Mayo W. off the Bollinger Band W and the RSI green across the red right there. Broke out of the band right here. It was in the squeeze, TDI squeeze. So that would have been easy. It broke out of the band after this candle. So on top of the water at the latest, that was just too easy. It gave off 87 pips. London session. DJ. These are good. Obviously, these are good. You can see the buys 1230. This one in New York. When did this happen? Lower today, 330. Those good. Gave out the buy on this candle. So it's always the close of the candle is on. This one didn't do 20. Came and did an evening star right after that. Get out of that. It did 19 pips. You had to put your stop loss and profit. It would have been all right. But London session coming in off the Mayo, it extended it a little bit. We're looking at here. We got the first leg outside of the bands, came back in. W right there, green across the red. That's a W. Closed back above the Mayo. We're still in the buying market. We're looking for buys. That right there was good enough for me. That's that shift candle. Then the ketchup across the mustard. If I go to that, and it did 30 before it did any pullback. It went as high as 64 pips for the day. 30 pip stop loss would have had me safe. And then come back down there. 34 pips was the low of the day. That's easy. One thing about the ketchup crossing the mustard is we know we going off the water. And sometimes what you got to do is let the mayo and the blueberry replace that water. Because if this was the water with that perfect ass W, and then the ketchup crossed the mustard, Scanner would have gave that off. That's a buy all day. There's a W here in the R side. You got the first leg, got an M in the middle, then the second leg, the green across the red. That's easy. But sometimes when the water ain't where it's supposed to be, it bounced off the mayo perfectly. So I'm taking it. That one is a good sniper entry. You want to get in right off of that. But the ketchup across the mustard after that right there.
And the second
That
leg of W too.
I'm always gonna look at the second leg. So that unless we in a V A, and there's always still a second leg even when it's a V and a A. At the worst, if you wanted to wait for it to get above the water and close, that one did. And even then, it was still no pullback. Go as high. If I go up to 30 pips, would have been out up in there. I go down, it never went down 30 pips. It never even went down to it. Didn't pull back. I could literally see the worst case scenario being you entered on this one. And even then, it only pulled back 16 pips right here. So 20 pip stop loss still would have saved you 30 pip, especially. You would have got your 30 pips up in there. Let's see what's the 30. If I would have entered on that one, I started wicking off in here, it would have got it in there. It took 13 hours. Right here, it took what, 7 hours? We had to just put that in and left it alone. Which is what I do most of the time now, with just watching. You can also set alerts. When it hits 20 pips, set an alert, check your phone, whatever you need to do. 7 o'clock at night, this would have been good. Could have took this, it would eventually hit your TPs. Same here. Oh, that's good. It ain't long. This is where the market shifted. Those are buys, that was the sell. Same thing. It made the W, crossed over the water and came back to the water right there. That same entry I'm always talking about, it crossed over the water and then come back to it the first time. That was our W. Water across the Mayo, Blueberry right there, all of that at one time. I'm firing off on that. Something like that I'm holding for 2-3 days. I get an entry like that right there or like that, I'm holding that. Caught that, you could have held that whole day, could have held it this day, could have held it that day. But what happened on this day is it didn't break the previous day's high. So that's when I start watching, okay, I need to get up out of here. But then it came in and reset off the Mayo again and made another high. That would have been another day holding it. That's the 5th day. That's the 6th day. Could have been in that one all week. It kept going. This was the end of it. The highs didn't get that much higher after that. It's literally like 9 days or something off of this entry. They basically crossed all the indicators, water, Blueberry, Mayo, and came back. And once it retested, that's it. I see stuff like that, I hold it. Every pair does it. All of it do the same stuff. 11:30, 4 o'clock. I don't know if that one would have been so good. It probably gave up for 20 pips. It ain't no good. It went into profit, but I'm not a scalper. But this is the 15-minute chart, though. For gold, I got my scanner goes off on an hour or two. Those will be longer pips. And I use 100 pip stop losses anyway, so you get less trades, but they're going to give out all the pips you're looking for. This would have been good. 6:30 in the morning. The first one was 4:30. That run off of that candle, that means the next candle is when you're entering. When its highs look like 16, 17 pips, pull back, and then it gave out 31 pips from that entry. It looks the same, so it'd have been about the same thing. Ooh, caught that one. 4:30. EJ, this why EJ good. London session. That's 4:30. That would have gave us what we needed to. It gave it out on this candle. I'm getting in at the open of the next candle. I don't know why that just did that. And dropped this low as 45 pips. It didn't do no pullback, so never would have hit no stop loss. These is good. That was the evening, 1:30. It said the one that has 24 pips. But you thought I was a break even at 20 pips and good. Because they either took it at 24. That's good. And you explain that. There's no pullback on it, so it's straight up. And that was at 11:15. Yeah, those ain't that good. One of these. Here's our London session. pulled back. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. That would have knocked me out. I went as far as 130 pips after that. It was coming 4 stop losses, just like that. If you had 50 pip stop losses, that would have saved you. Well, that one's good. That one's good. There's no pullback on those. Gave out the pips. And then that's what? That was at 2:15. And that was the evening, 8 o'clock. The scanner is like 80% accurate as long as you know what you're doing with it. It's all about where you're gonna put your stop loss and your TP really. I need that other but the little arrows. There it go. Bam. All right. I showed NZD, I showed USD, just did JPY. That one moving slow. Look like I might want to hold the high. The Bitcoin drop. NASDAQ do the buy. It says sell, but we was predicting the buy. Did a railroad trap right here off the blueberry. I would have ignored that because this is obvious right here to me. Lower today, and then just nothing you gotta look for is the levels. You gotta look for 3 levels to play out if you get into a trade. After the second leg, you gotta expect it to consolidate, push up again, consolidate, and push up one more time. That's what I'm looking for on my trades too. I ain't gonna go over next. Gold, don't know what it's doing. Look like you want to start selling though. So, y'all, I think I'm gonna get off. I've been on here 4 hours. Check the chat. Good morning. Yeah, we've been on here 4 hours. I don't know what part Joe's laughing at. I think I got some ideas. Or they won't value. I know you that one that don't pay attention.
Hey, I've been paying attention.
Hit dog, hit dog, hit dog.
Bringing up
Giving
old
you,
stuff.
giving you extra curriculum. I'm gonna end this.
Well, appreciate you.